Imagine you're sitting in a dimly lit diner at 3 a.m., the neon sign buzzing outside, a half-empty coffee cup in your hand. Your heart's heavy. Your mind's racing, replaying their face, their voice, their absence. You've tried to move on new hobbies, new faces, new plans, but they're still there, haunting you, like a ghost you can't shake. Why can't you let go? Why do they live rent-free in your head? Here's a bold truth that might hit like a punch. It's not love. Not the kind you think. It's something deeper, darker, and way more powerful. Carl Jung, a titan of psychology, called it the shadow, the hidden part of you, where your pain, insecurities, and buried desires fester. What if they're not who you're chasing? What if they're just a mirror, reflecting the broken pieces of you, screaming to be seen? It's not them. It's your soul begging for closure, fighting to finish a story that never got an ending. Today, we're not just talking about heartbreak. We're diving into the heart of Jung's shadow work to expose why they're stuck in your mind and how to break free not by forgetting, but by reclaiming you. This is for the dreamers, the overthinkers, the souls searching for answers in a world too noisy to hear their pain. By the end, you'll know what they represent, why they haunt you, and how to turn that ache into power. Don't click away. Take a breath. This might be the moment you finally feel seen. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Trap of Obsession. Picture yourself on a crowded city street, surrounded by noise, but your mind's somewhere else, stuck in a loop of old texts, late-night talks, moments with them. Maybe it's an ex who ghosted you without a word. Maybe it's a friend who stabbed you in the back. Or maybe it's someone who barely knew you, yet they've carved a permanent space in your head. You distract yourself scrolling, working, dating, but it's like trying to outrun your shadow. You say, "I'm over it." But by Friday night, you're back, obsessing. It's a cage you can't escape. Here's the brutal truth: you're not obsessed with them, not their laugh, their touch, or the spark you swore was fate. You're obsessed with what they mean. They're a symbol of something raw and unfinished inside you, a rejection that stings like childhood, a hurt you've carried too long, a piece of you left unheard. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will run your life, and you'll call it fate. This isn't fate. It's your soul screaming through memories and daydreams, begging, "See me, heal me." You're not weak for feeling this. You're caught in a loop, and the only way out is to face what's driving it. Quote, "You're not chasing them. You're chasing the healing you didn't know you needed." Chapter 2. The Shadow. Your hidden truth. Most people think the mind is just thoughts and feelings you can control. But Jung saw it differently, like an iceberg floating in a stormy sea. The tip is your conscious self, the part that pays bills and makes plans. But below the surface, a wild, untamed ocean of buried pain, suppressed dreams, and forgotten wounds. At its core lies the shadow, not a villain, not a curse, but every part of you you've hidden. Your insecurities you mask with a smile. The anger you swallow to keep the peace. The desires you buried because someone called them too much. You didn't erase those parts. You locked them in a vault and lost the key. But the shadow doesn't stay locked. Someone walks into your life, maybe them, and suddenly, it's like they've got the key. They say something, do something, and emotions erupt like a volcano. You call it love, but it's not. It's a mirror, reflecting the shadow you've ignored. That's why they're magnetic, even when they're toxic. They're not your missing piece. They're a trigger, waking up a story you never finished. This isn't obsession. It's a wake-up call. Your soul's saying, enough hiding. It's time to heal. Quote, "The shadow isn't your enemy. It's the map to your truth." Chapter 3. They're not your soulmate. They're your mirror. Let's shatter a myth. Not every intense connection is meant to be. That person who's hijacked your thoughts, they're not your soulmate. They're your mirror. They didn't come to complete you. They came to reveal you. We all carry hidden fragments, dreams we gave up, emotions we numbed, parts of us we buried because someone said we were too loud, too needy, too different. Then they show up, and it's like they flip a switch. You're drawn to them, not just for who they are, but for what they stir in you, a piece of your soul you forgot. Maybe they're fearless, living life on their terms, and you're hooked because you've spent years playing small, silencing your voice, choosing safety over courage. You're not obsessed with them. You're craving the freedom you've denied yourself. Or maybe they walked away, and the pain feels like it's tearing you apart. Stop. Ask why it hurts so bad. Is it really just them? Or is it echoing an older wound? A parent who wasn't there? A friend who ghosted you? A moment you felt worthless? Their rejection isn't new. It's a rerun of pain you never healed, Jung said. People will do anything to avoid facing their own soul. Obsession is your mind's way of dodging the real work facing that pain. So don't call it destiny. Ask, what's this showing me about me? This isn't heartbreak. It's a spiritual wake-up call, pushing you to reclaim the parts of you that got lost. Quote, "They're not your forever. They're the mirror showing you who you're meant to become." Chapter 4. Awareness is your superpower. Healing has a dirty secret. You can't fix what you won't face. You can't heal a wound you swear isn't there. You can't break a cycle you pretend doesn't exist. So let this be your wake-up call, straight from your soul. You're stuck on them, dreaming of their smile, aching for their voice. But it's not just about them. It's about what they're kicking up inside you. So get real. Ask yourself, what do I feel when I think of them? Sadness, anger, a hollow ache. Don't lie. Every feeling is a breadcrumb leading you deeper. Next, do they remind me of someone else? A parent who shut you out, a friend who bailed, a lover who made you invisible. If this pain feels like déjà vu, it's not random. It's a pattern, a signal your mind's been waving for years. This isn't just a crush gone wrong. It's your unconscious shouting, "Stop ignoring me. Face the hurt. Heal it now." One more question. The big one. What keeps repeating in my relationships? Always chasing people who don't show up, giving everything and getting crumbs, fearing abandonment even when things are good. These aren't coincidences. Jung believed what we don't see controls us, and we call it fate. Your obsession, your pain, it's not bad luck. It's a message, maybe from childhood, begging to be heard. Right now, you're being invited to stop chasing them and start chasing you. Healing starts here, not in their apology, not in a second chance, but in the truth screaming inside you, "I'm worth more. I'm worth peace. Awareness isn't just power, it's freedom. Quote, "You can't outrun your shadow, but you can turn and face it." Chapter 5. Feel it to free it. Here's a truth that'll sting. You can't escape your emotions. You can drown them in Netflix, numb them with wine, bury them under a packed schedule, but they'll find you louder, heavier, impossible to ignore. Most people spend their lives dodging their feelings, staying busy, swiping right, hoping someone new will patch the holes. But emotions don't vanish because you ghost them. They grow. They fester. They run you, Jung said. What you resist persists. Let that sink in. It's not just wisdom, it's a law of the soul. Deny your sadness, and it creeps into your loneliness. Bury your anger, and it poisons your connections. Fight your pain, and your heart turns to stone. So what if you stopped running? What if you felt it? If you're sad, let the tears come. Sob into your pillow. No shame. That's not weakness. It's courage. If you're angry, let it roar. Scream in your car. Write a letter you'll never send. Pour every raw, unfiltered word onto the page. Hit the gym. Run until your lungs burn. Turn that fire into something real. Buried emotions don't sleep. They sabotage your choices, cloud your mind, steal your peace. You think you're past it, but you're dancing to the tune of pain you never faced. Try this. Find a quiet corner. No phone, no noise, just you. Close your eyes, picture their face, and let the emotions flood in love, rage, betrayal, all of it. Then ask, what am I scared to feel? Abandonment, worthlessness, the fear no one will ever get me. That's your wound, and it's where your healing starts. The goal isn't to erase them, it's to come home to yourself, raw and real. You've got to feel it to free it. That's how you reclaim your soul. Quote, "Your emotions aren't chains, they're the keys to your freedom." Chapter 6. Embrace your shadow. Own your power. Let's get one thing straight. Healing isn't amnesia. It's not wiping them from your mind or pretending the pain never happened. It's deeper, bolder integration. In Jung's world, that means embracing your shadow. Every piece of you you've rejected. The parts labeled too much, too emotional, too intense, too broken. Those aren't mistakes. They're fragments of your soul you hid to survive a world that didn't understand. But surviving isn't thriving. To live fully, you've got to bring those pieces back. So dig in. If you're drawn to their confidence, is it because you've silenced your own voice? Then stop chasing their light, ignite your own. Speak your truth, even if it shakes. If they left you feeling abandoned, don't wait for their return to feel whole. Wrap your arms around your own pain. Be your own refuge. They didn't show up to fix you. They showed up to expose you, to mirror the parts of you starving for love. The game changer. Stop fighting your shadow. Say, "This is me too." That's when the power kicks in. You don't need their approval, their love, their closure. You've got it within. You're no longer the you who needed them to feel enough. You're the one who faced the dark, loved it, and came out stronger. That's not just healing, that's alchemy. Your shadow isn't a flaw. It's a roadmap to your truth. Embrace it, and you'll turn pain into purpose, chaos into peace. Quote, "Your shadow isn't a burden. It's the spark of your transformation." Chapter 7. Shatter the fantasy time for a gut check, because this one's gonna hurt, but it's your ticket to freedom. Sometimes you don't love them. You love a mirage, a fairy tale you spun in your head, a version of them you crafted from hope, polished with memories, and shielded with denial. You fell for who they could have been, not who they were. You clung to the spark, the chemistry, but ignored the silence when you needed them. You excused the moments they dimmed your light. You called their exit fate instead of what it was, abandonment. Your mind's playing tricks, building a dream to dodge the pain. Jung nailed it. People will do anything to avoid facing their own soul, even rewrite reality. Wake up, break the spell, grab a pen and paper, write down everything about them, not just the highlights, but the hurt, the red flags you ignored, the truth you knew but buried. Then read it and face it. They're not your savior. They're not your missing piece. They're human, messy, flawed, beautiful, and broken. Just like you. Healing isn't rewriting the past. It's seeing it without rose-colored glasses. You don't have to hate them to let go. You just have to see them clearly. That's when the truth sets you free. Not the end of a romance, but the start of your liberation. Quote, "You didn't lose them. You lost an illusion. Now find yourself." Chapter 8. Reclaim your energy. Reclaim your life. Something's draining you, and it's not just late nights or long days. It's your energy, mental, emotional, spiritual. Every thought about them, every memory you replay, every spiral. It's like a leak in your soul. Jung said it best: where your attention goes, your energy flows. If your mind's stuck on someone who's gone, who hurt you, who never saw your worth, you're pouring your power into a void. That's why you're tired, empty, uninspired, not because you're broken, but because your energy's bleeding out. Let's fix the leak. Try this. Close your eyes. Breathe deep. Picture a glowing cord tying you to them, heart to heart, heavy with every feeling, every memory. On your next breath, grab that cord. Feel its pull. When you're ready, cut it. See the energy rush back to you golden, warm, alive. Feel yourself fill up, whole again. No longer reaching, no longer waiting. Do this daily, not to erase them, but to remember you. The goal isn't to forget, it's to return to the vibrant, unapologetic you, the one who doesn't need them to shine. When you reclaim your energy, nothing can hold you back. Quote, "Your energy is your power. Stop giving it away." Chapter 9. The final lesson. You are the love you seek, still caught in their orbit, still feeling the tug, the ache. That's okay. Healing's not a race. It's a spiral, a dance of progress and setbacks. Some days, you'll feel unstoppable. Others, you'll stumble. But here's the shift: you're not lost anymore. You've faced the shadow, shattered the fantasy, seen the truth. Even if they sneak into your thoughts, you know something profound. It was never about them. It was about what they sparked in you, a buried wound, a forgotten dream, a piece of you left in the dark. They were the match, but you're the fire. Stop asking, "Why can't I let go?" Start asking, "What's this teaching me about me?" That question turns pain into purpose, loss into awakening. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're not chasing love. You're learning to be love. Tonight, write a letter not to them, but to you. To the you who kept going when it hurt, who cried alone but still showed up, who broke but never quit. Tell yourself the truth, your pain, your strength, your worth. Let that letter be your closure, not from them, but from the you who thought you needed them. You don't move on by forgetting, you move on by remembering who you are. The you that's been waiting to rise. This isn't the end. It's a sacred beginning, a journey back to your soul. Every sleepless night, every tear, every unanswered why they're not waits, they're wings. You're not here to chase closure, you're here to create it. If this hit you, if it cracked open your heart, don't hold it in. Someone out there's drowning in the same loop you're breaking. Share this, it could be their lifeline. Like this video, not for us, but for you, a vow to keep healing. Subscribe if you're ready to dive deeper into Jung's wisdom, to turn pain into power, to live unapologetically. Healing's not a finish line, it's a homecoming. You're not alone. We're with you. Quote, you weren't chasing them. You were chasing yourself. Now go find you.